Good morning. It is Thursday, December 4th. We are 90 days out from March 4th and the DTD2 this week. You are calling your S's and your U's, and you are texting your O's. So the DTD2, I know it's another acronym. It'll be on the quiz later. Focus. Do the database 2. DTD2, like immediately. Most of us, if you're a dork, welcome. You're like, oh, it's a Star Wars character. It's not. It's just an acronym to remind us to do the database 2. So you're making sure that you're moving through your entire database 2 letters at a time each week, 13 weeks times 2, 26. Nailed it. And then a new quarter starts. So cool, right? So that is your 4 phone calls per year to each individual. See, I think we catastrophize in our head. We're like, oh my God, I got to call all my people all the time. Nope. I mean, you can do whatever you want, right? Not here to tell you how to run your business, here to offer best practices. And we know a best practice at the very least, because I think a 36 Connect is probably, oh God, I'm going to say it. Forgive me, Gary, for I have sinned. It's been 6 months since I think a 36 Connect is going to go by the wayside. I think a 36 Connect isn't enough. Because that was built in a time, back in my day, that was built in a time when we were arguing. It was about 19 no's to a yes. We're hearing now from people that are building their databases and having conversations and growing their sphere. You're having that 46, 48 number thrown around. Different for everyone. National average, we've been hearing people are saying that used to be 20 conversations, 19 no's to a yes, and maybe now we're closer to that 50. It's 46 to, and everybody calls things differently, right? Like, is that calls or conversations or dials? I would argue it's conversations. It's going to take more. So 4 conversations minimum with each person. And when you're doing your DTD2, if you don't get a hold of them or you're leaving a message, God willing, you are. So it might not even be a conversation. Maybe it's a voicemail left. But the DTD2 keeps you in the activity of staying top of mind with them. And if they never pick up, don't leave for not telling you how to run your business, offering best practices. Please don't just leave a voicemail that says, hey, Diane, Tim Lindsay again. Wondering if you and Jim are going to buy, sell, or invest. If you are, please call me, 603-834. That's terrible. No, nobody's going to be like, well, you know what? He henpecked us for not. It's time, Jim. Let's call Tim. Show up in their life, in the gap, in between transactions as a, write this down, human, Human. Be a human. Cody Gibson joined us. God, was that 2 months ago now? Time flies. In October, we were in Quincy, and Cody Gibson joined us and talked about the fact that he thinks, and it was to me, I felt there was a hush in the room because I thought it was his grand statement for the day. With all the tech, with all the AI, we need to be more human with more humans more often. So the cut and paste, give me a call if you want to buy, sell, or invest. Like, that's not going to go anywhere with anybody. That's horrible, which is Spanish for terrible. Like, don't do that. There, I'm actually going to jump in now and tell you how to run your. Don't do that. And you're like, well, I would never do that. And yet, that's why you're not making your calls, because you haven't come up with something else to say. I mean, I don't know. And again, when I say calls, well, I'm going to maybe for 2026, I'll start saying interactions. Maybe we're going to go with interactions. But you're going to hear me say conversations. I'll pepper in we're going to beta test it. We'll A/B test it. I'm going to use interactions at the other restaurant and see which one sells more. Please show up as a human in the gap. The DTD2 allows you to show up however you wish. If it's not going to be conversations, if you're not going to pick up the phone to call, then make sure you're texting. What we want to do is make a connection. So whether it's a call or a text, let's just make a connection. We're going to get to a point where we're going to be voice to voice. I mean, you will claim that it's not going to happen, yet it will. And yes, this is at a different part of your relationship. I remember way back in the day, before I stepped into this role, when I was still selling, and I'm talking about me now. I was dumb enough to be texting with a client in the 9:48 p.m. range. And what do they inherently do every time when you're dumb? That's what I wanted. D-Z-U-M-B, dumb enough. I was dumb enough to start texting with them after 9:45, close to 10 o'clock. What do you think the next? Can we just talk? Could you take a call, Tim? And of course I did. I can't say I'm not awake. So we do know that texting will lead to conversations. And we do know in bold, when we call a conversation, and maybe I'll run this up the flagpole to Cody and the crew at Bold. What if we call them interactions? An interaction could be real time, in real time, one-on-one conversation via DM or text, in real time, face-to-face, in real time, voice-to-voice over the phone or Zoom, right? So maybe they'll change it to interactions. The challenge with that is, wouldn't it be great? And this is where I think you should scratch this down. This could be on the Quizlander bonus question, in case I have to do a bell curve. Wouldn't it be great if we knew, well, you had categories of interactions. Well, now there's more to track, Tim. Yes, but then we could figure out what's working for you. We could figure out per your demographic, right? Because I know if I call an old head head's going to pick up the phone. Mostly because we're comfortable with that. People my age, there I said it. I mean, I remember dragging the phone with the long, ridiculous, I know you're like, what are we talking? He's talking about a house phone. Wait for it. Dragging the phone with the big, long wire all the way into my bedroom. And then the phone, the physical phone, wait for it, is now in the bedroom, and then dragging the hell out of this cord. So I could talk to my girlfriends in high school. And some of you remember doing that with your girlfriends and boyfriends, if you're of a certain age. So wouldn't you like to know what's working? Is it talking on the phone? Is it when I'm face-to-face in the Hannah Foods parking lot, or at a business-to-business, or at the Rotary Club, or door knocking? Or is it best when I'm texting? But it's going to be different for different demographics, so let's track that. But if you want to call it interactions, call it interactions. Midday protocol today at 1 o'clock, we're going to talk about conversations, no matter how you had them. That's what the DTD2 is all about. My God, he's done 9 minutes on the DTD2. It's important. That might be the system you implement for 2026 that changes everything. That sounds ridiculous, Tim. Sure. I know I sat next to a member of our brand new ALC for 2026, and that individual said yesterday the thing that they were working on really well in 2025, and it sort of got away from them, is what they're going to re-implement that got them on track, because it just made it easier. It simplified it for them. And that was the DTD2. So if you don't know who to call today, you're calling your S's and your U's. You're texting your O's. Text your S's and your U's. Call your O's. I don't care how you use that tool. Let's just make sure we're interacting with everyone consistently. And the conversations right now, what are we? The 4th? I believe on the 14th at sundown, we start Hanukkah. If you've got friends that celebrate that faith, know that that's coming up. Then we've got Christmas. We've got New Year. You can ask what they did for chicken giving. I think we're in a safe window to still ask how their Thanksgiving was and what they were doing. These are easy prompts, right? We keep talking about prompts for AI. What do we ask AI to do? How do we ask it? How clear and concise are we asking AI to do X, Y, or Z for what we need it to do? The heavy lifting that the AI will do for us when I give it the prompt of blah, 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 blah. So in order to make it mechanical for us, figure out what you need to say. Try this one on for size. Hey, Julie, it's Timmy. I'm so glad I caught you. I'm so sorry it's been so long. I was thinking about you and Doug. How was your Thanksgiving? How are the girls? Or I was thinking about you and Doug over Thanksgiving. I trust you and the girls are well. What are your plans for Hanukkah? What are your plans for Christmas? I know Bretton Woods is getting X amount this weekend. Are you guys going skiing up there still? Did you ever get that condo, right? And no, you're not asking that question like to dive right into sales, but like these are the conversations we can simply have that will bring up their life and their lifestyle that will lead to their emotional goal sets. Because when we start to talk to people, remember family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Dreams are goals. You can call it the Ford conversation or the frog conversation. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Family, recreation, occupation, goals. Goals and dreams, same thing. Because like I think people have dreams. Why for the Ford conversation, the D stands for dreams? Hey, Julie, what did you dream about last night? Like, that's not what we probably don't want to know. Dreams are goals. And if the last time you talked to her, and how would I remember, Tim? Because you wrote it down in your notes in command. Yes. Last time I talked to you, Julie, you and Doug were talking about getting a condo at Bretton Woods. And I know you took some time off from the search because your aunt passed away. Janine and I were talking about heading up to Bretton this weekend, and that caused me to think of you and Doug. And if you were ready to start to reconsider that journey. No rush. How was your Thanksgiving? When you're ready, I'll be here for it. Not, hey, I was looking at my numbers and I'm behind. Can you help me? I was having an emotional conversation with my wife about what we're going to do this weekend, caused me to think of you and Doug. And it helped me recall the fact that you guys wanted that condo, but life got in the way. Whenever you're ready, I'm here. Are you heading up this weekend? We'd love to see you. Let's get dinner. The more consistent we are with our people as humans, the easier it will be for them to want to be in business with us when it comes to the mechanical, the transactional, because they know that we will make it experiential for them. It's a Thursday. We're teching it out, right? As we always do. We're heading out of here, going into Fight Club. That is at KWFightClub.com. Cameras on, microphones off. You're texting. You're doing letters. Whatever you're doing for lead gen. Whatever you do in the morning to make sure you induce enough conversations to find out who you know, who might know someone that you should know. Building that sphere of influence, having your interactions. Are you having enough conversations to set enough appointments, to sign enough contracts, to help you get to the numbers you want, families served, and profitability? That's what Fight Club's all about. That's at 9 o'clock, kwfightclub.com. 1 o'clock, the midday protocol. We talk about what we did or didn't do this morning. We talk about our conversations and our appointments and our contracts. Join us for that conversation. 30-minute coaching call every day here at KWCLM. That's a lie because we didn't have it the last 2 days because I was off campus. But bear with me. If I'm here, we're having it. And I'm usually here. 3 o'clock today, you've got KT Temple, his tech mastermind. Then at 4 o'clock, he does tech onboarding. If you're just landing, tab A, slot B stuff with your KW Tech. You can also book KT whenever you need him. It's right in the morning news on the right-hand side next to our calendar. Book time with KT Temple, our Market Center tech trainer, or with me. If I can help with anything, please let me know. It is 603-834-2856. You can also book my face at meetwithcoach.com. We are thrilled to be in business with you. I trust your 2025 has had ups and downs. 2026 will bring its challenges too. And as the great Mike Tyson said, everyone has a great plan until they get punched in the face. There's going to be some turbulence in our journey in the next 12 months as we cruise through 2026. When we behave for the market that is yet to come, it will make the journey less turbulent for you, more jubilant. What are we celebrating this year? And what would you like to celebrate next year? Let's consider that over the next few weeks as we prepare for the holidays and time with our family and getting back into business after the holidays are over. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.